This is the first question of the January 2017 Algebra 2 with trig, or just Algebra 2, Common Core Regents. And what we have here is a sine and cosine graph. In this case, we're just dealing with sine, but it's just shifts of trigonometric graphs. So the question is, relative to the graph of y equals 3 sine x, what is the shift of the graph of y equals 3 sine of x plus pi over 3? And the first thing we should note is that the shift occurs inside the parentheses. Since it occurs inside the parentheses, that's a change of the x value, not a change of the f of x or the y value. Shifts that occur inside the parentheses are changes of the x value. So since it's not of the y value, we know it's not up or down. And from this, we could remember that if we go from f of x and we apply a transformation of f of x plus h, that inside shift is actually going to be left h units. And if we have f of x minus h, that's going to be right h units. Okay. We're not going to go into the reasons for why that occurs here. We will create some separate material for that. But let's recall that the x shifts are inverted. So if we have a plus h, we're actually going left h units, and if we have a minus h, we're actually going right h units. Now, if we apply a shift that is vertical, they are going to be aligned with the direction the sign indicates. So a shift of plus k outside, that's going to add value to our f of x, to our y value. So this is going to be up k units, and this is going to be down k units. Now, let's say you don't remember any of this, and we want to figure this question out by actually graphing this in the calculator. We can certainly do that. So I've gone ahead and already put the functions in here. So in our original one, we have 3 sine of x, and in our second function, we have 3 sine of x plus pi over 3. I'm just going to change this slightly here. So it graphs it again. Let's take a look. Our first graph appears and it goes through the origin as we would expect 3 sine of x to do. And our second graph, well, it certainly appears as though it's been shifted to the left. Well, let's take a look at the screenshot here. This is a screenshot of that exact screen. And we had our original graph, which was here. Remember, this was the first one graphed. And then our second graph was this one here. Note that we have shifted indeed to the left. So this answer confirms what we already know from the function shift theories, that this is going to be pi over 3 units to the left. So again, you could remember all of this, and I would strongly suggest remembering this. Function shift questions are relatively common, or if all else fails, you could certainly graph it in the calculator and see the direction of the shift.